Okay, so I want to give my thoughts on the Chainsaw Man film. I actually got a chance to watch it last night. I assume most of you guys got a chance to watch the film. I thought it was a pretty spectacular film. I thought it was a very well done film. I thought it was pretty solid for what it was. Granted, I'm not the biggest Chainsaw Man fan, and I still found it to be pretty kick ass. I found it to be pretty amazing. Now, for starters, I tend to say I'm not a fan of a lot of things. I mentioned I'm not a fan of One Piece. I'm not the biggest fan of like Bakugo from My Hero Academia, but that's just me. There's certain things I like and certain things I dislike. Chainsaw Man is one of those series that has always looked cool, but I've never personally found to be very appealing, at least to me personally. But having watched this film, I kind of changed my mind very slightly on it. I think Chainsaw Man is very interesting. I'll probably have to take a closer look at it because there's a lot of cool things about this series that are very nice, very fascinating, especially the lore with the devils. I think that's pretty cool, especially the lore with Makima. I think that's pretty nice. And Denji as a character as a whole, I think he's a very tragic character. He's just a person that aspires to be something, but truly he cannot because of his lack of intelligence, because of his lack of self awareness, because of his lack of love, his lack of appreciation. Everyone around him uses him for their own benefits. Every woman he meets tries to kill him. Like he mentioned in the film, everybody's got a thing for Chainsaw Man's heart, but no one wants Denji's heart. That hits really hard. And this film overall, I think it was pretty solid. I thought it was really well animated. I thought it was really, really well animated. Personally, I think it's much better than the anime. I don't know why, but like it could be like a different type of design, different aesthetic, but it just looks a lot better than the anime. I don't know if it's just me or not, but I thought it looks a lot better. It looks a lot prettier. It looks a lot more tame, in my honest opinion. Visually, I think it was pretty great. Some of the best moments of the film were the fights when they were like having character interactions, when they were having like character moments, like the stuff between Angel and Aki. I thought that was pretty well done. Like how Aki pretty much lost a few months off his lifespan trying to save Angel. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty memorable. And the whole reveal between Bomb and the Gun Devil, there's a connection between them as well as Makima. I thought that was pretty cool actually. I thought that was really nice. But I really like the whole dynamic between Reze and Denji. How you can tell from the very beginning of the film, she's manipulating him from the very, very beginning. But Denji doesn't really see it that way. He pretty much sees someone, okay, they might be manipulating me, they might not, but it's just a girl who, at the end of the day, kind of cares about me, and that's all that matters because no one's ever cared about me. And you can already tell it's gonna be very, very tragic because you feel for Denji. You want Denji to just be a better person, just to look at the flowers, Denji. I have to sneak in a Walking Dead reference, but yeah, pretty much Denji's being taken advantage of. I really do love the moments, the interactions between Reze and Denji. I thought it was pretty nice. I never really trusted Reze as a character because you can tell she's evil. Everyone in this show is kind of evil in one way or another, or they have ulterior motives. And just seeing Denji fall for Reze was pretty nice. It was pretty much like seeing a child discover a toy for the first time, like a child discover what it means to be loved for the very first time. Because Reze even tells him, "You're like a little kid who doesn't really know anything, who gets like joy out of seeing the smallest of things." I think that's pretty dumb. I think that's pretty cute. So I do love the moments, the interactions between Reze and Denji. It's such a shame whenever she tries to kill him because it's revealed that she wants the Chainsaw Man, and then we get the whole battle scene. One of my favorite characters from the movie has got to be the Shark Fiend. I thought he was pretty cool. I think the whole thing about Chainsaw Man riding the Shark Devil was pretty stupid. I think that's pretty cool in general. Then again, most of the stuff in the series is absolutely bonkers. But overall, I thought it was a pretty well done film. The opening was really, really nice. The ending music was pretty nice, and I do like how they get rid of Power for a majority of the film because she's out of commission, and then they replace her with someone else. I think that was pretty cool. Had Power been there, I'm positive things would have ended up differently because Power is one of those characters that like really cares about Denji. However, they had to get rid of her due to plot, and I think that was pretty cool. Due to circumstances, I think it was really nice. Overall, this film was pretty solid. I love the interactions, I love the fight scenes, I love the music. Sure, it's not as great as something like Demon Slayer. However, for a Chainsaw Man film, for like a film by itself, I thought it was pretty spectacular. I've seen people give it 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I've seen people high praise this film, and I 100% agree. It is a film that is worthwhile. It's a film that's really good, and overall, I liked it. I really liked this film. I might go rewatch it because it was insane. The fights, I can't stop thinking about the fights, man. They're so good. But yeah, if you've seen Chainsaw Man, Reze, let me know what you guys think about it. Will you rewatch it? Will you watch it? If you haven't, my bad, I kind of spoiled some details about it, but I haven't actually read the manga. I know what happens, but I don't know if that makes sense, because it's a series I don't really touch upon, but I might, but we'll see. And yeah, that's just my thoughts on the film. What are your guys' thoughts?